Okay, so for our project, we made some comics. Oh. Oh no. Come over here. Okay.
Oh, you have to be on this side now.
Okay, so, oh no. Oh my god.
Stand in
Okay.
the middle of the smartboard.
What am I supposed to do?
Set it down.
Yeah, can I just put it in the tray? Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
Here, I'll just hold it.
I'm sorry. I'm giving all you
Okay, it's back. Okay.
Okay, so for our project, we made comic strips for different parts of the chapter, which is fun.
Yeah. So we did like 8 different ones.
And we'll each take turns presenting each comic strip, which we made together.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with this one. So we did a marriage because, we should probably explain that. So we did a marriage because it was mentioned in the chapter. A couple of the sacraments were, so we did marriage and a baptism. Kind of go together. Okay, so these are kind of fun. You guys can read them. I don't know. They're fun.
Okay.
So do you want me to read them?
Well, we don't need to read them. Well, you couldn't see it. So.
Yeah, if you made it really small, then you couldn't see it. So
Okay, so you guys can just read these. We don't need to really say them
Yeah,
out
is
loud.
this all of them?
No, there's one more at the bottom.
Oh,
and we'll
okay.
show it to them.
Okay.
So, yeah. So this is a marriage. Is that all your notes on it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
left to right or right?
It starts here at will you
Boom.
marry me? And then
Boom.
it goes like this, and then like this,
And then,
and then
yeah.
Just married.
Yeah.
okay. So then we were so marriage, as you probably know, is viewed as a sacrament when you're married in the church. And what we did is we went onto this website that. So you write your own. You can write your own vows, or you can take them from a website. So that's what we did to get these vows here. Yep. And so how marriage started with the priest and all in the 4th century. A few different couples asked a priest to bless their wedding, and by the 8th century it kind of became just common practice, and then people were just like, "Hey, bless our wedding all the time." So yeah.
Okay.
It's like now it's like my smartboard. That's a huge ring.
Insert Mr. Cummins' joke about a salad tosser.
There should be
Oh, because he always says.
Because he always
Okay.
says every time salad.
And then we did one that was the Eastern Church versus the Western Church, and we kind of modeled the Eastern Church and the Western Church. Oh, we're not in the shot. we modeled the Eastern Church and the Western Church after me and Clara. I don't know which one you think. I thought I would be the Western Church and Clara would be the East.
Yeah, they should have guessed Rachel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You messed
But
up.
so it was here's the Western Church and there's the Eastern Church, and they're kind of just arguing. And so here
With their different languages. We didn't write these in Greek and Latin because you
Yeah.
guys couldn't understand.
So the Western Church, they speak Latin, and the Eastern Church speaks Greek. And so the Western Church, they say that the end of a man's life is to serve God, so they're reasonably happy in that life, and then they're completely happy in the next. While the Eastern Church says once a man dies, they kind of become in their heaven. They said they become God by grace, but not by nature. It was really confusing, but and then the Eastern Church thinks that the highest-ranking bishop does not have supreme authority over everyone else, but obviously the Western Church thinks that the Pope does have supreme authority over everyone else. So yeah, that's.
Will you read it for us? Act it out.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you they'd ask us to do that.
Okay.
I said that's what we should do. But,
I'm the Western Church.
and I'm the Eastern Church, and I'm so cool.
Why must you always do this? I'm so sorry about those Greek speakers,
What are you saying that you Latin speakers are just perfect because you aren't?
Okay, I'm sorry for saying that. Let us just teach these students.
Why can't I help?
You don't help. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, students.
Those kids must be so traumatized.
Okay, so I speak Latin.
I speak Greek. That rhymes.
It says faithful. And so I say that the end of man is to serve God in this life, to be reasonably happy in this life, and completely happy in the next.
I say that man may become God in order of grace, not of nature, of course. I think that the highest ranking bishop does not have supreme authority over everyone else.
I think that the Pope does have supreme authority over all other bishops. So kids, this has been
Awesome Eastern Church and the Western Church who isn't as cool.
I would hope someone would ask that we would act them out.
You're welcome.
Okay. We have lots of
Okay.
good
And then so we did like the making of the Gregorian chants, and so in 600, the Gregorian chants really became popularized. They were named after Pope Gregory the Great, and he served as Pope from 590 to 604. And people think that they're probably modeled after an earlier form of Jewish chant. So but it was only used in like solemn liturgies and in monasteries, and he wanted to popularize them. And then this Gregorian chant that starts with Vidia Quam, that means I saw water coming forth from the temple on the right side. Alleluia. So that's what it meant.
a leaky pipe or something.
Yeah.
I said the baptismal fountain broke. Because, baptism is another one. We should have done that one first, and so we could have made up baptism too. We weren't thinking when we put these in there. So.
Okay.
So, St. Patrick, so you guys can read this. It's pretty funny, pirates. So he lived in Britain, but then he was kidnapped when he was 16 by Irish pirates. They made him a shepherd slave, and he was a shepherd slave for 6 years, and then he decided to escape, and he went to France. And in France, he was ordained a priest, and he was a priest for a while, and then later he was ordained a bishop. And then as a bishop, he heard these words here, which says, "We beseech thee, holy youth, to come and walk among us again," in his dreams. And so he decided that this meant he should return back to Ireland, and there he converted most of the citizens into Christianity. He escaped. We wanted to put the sheep in there, like having the sheep following him, but we didn't. Okay.
Now baptism.
Yes, a baptism. Okay, so baptism. So the baptisms take place in a small font, because a long time ago you would get fully immersed in water, like in like a river or something, but because people were adults when they were getting baptized. But nowadays, since it's usually custom to have like a baby being baptized, they use small fonts. And so what the priest does, or whoever's baptizing you, they ask your parents what they want the church to do for your child, and then they say baptism, and then they talk and stuff, and then they call the godparents and ask if they're ready to be Christian parents, and they agree to that, and then they do the water on the head cross thing.
We have to like move the.
Like their fingers are.
It's not like there's a specific thing that says tracing sign of the cross on the child's forehead.
Yeah, we have to move like each of their limbs when we.
But like, yeah, the baby's name is
I'll
Lila
question
Joyce
today.
Barton Rootsel.
That's our middle names, and then our last names come back.
Yeah. Wait, did you have a question?
Why is it bearded in the color?
What? No, that's the godfather.
Yeah, that's a god.
Yeah.
Read the
Okay.
comments.
These are the godparents.
Those are the godparents. You can see the relation.
Yeah, they look a lot.
His like
alike.
brother, and they're both wearing crowns.
Yeah.
Crowns.
Yeah. Okay. And then the story of Saint Boniface, or I don't know. Yeah.
Boniface. Okay, so Saint Boniface.
Oh, why isn't it loading? Load. These two are black. Why is?
Okay, well they might show up in a moment.
Yeah, please show
I'll
up.
try to
You're like.
Oh no.
Then.
Why?
Okay, well I just explained what's going on.
Sorry,
in this.
just explain.
Okay.
We'll imagine.
Okay, so Saint Boniface. Oh, you can't read the top one. Go up.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, so he was known as the apostle to Germany after what he did. So what he did is he heard about this tree that was a sacred tree to Thor, and he decided that if he cut it down, and he proved to the people that the gods weren't going to kill him, that it's not a real thing. So what he did is he cut it down, and the people realized that when he wasn't dead, that it was all silly, and that and they finally accepted Christianity, and this happened in 723
that slide was supposed to be like this guy telling him,
Yeah,
like,
the-
oh, he cut down the tree, and then this slide was supposed to be where they think, like, show that they think he's gonna get struck by lightning, but he didn't.
Yeah, so that's a.
Yeah. I don't know why those didn't show up.
It was also rumored that he might have used the wood from the tree to build a church or a chapel or something that wasn't proven.
Okay, so the next one is the story of Muhammad. And so in 610, a caravan driver from Mecca named Muhammad told all of his family and friends that he heard God speaking to him in a cave. So he told all of his friends, and they followed him because all of his the messages were really compelling. So they followed him, and the non-Muslims that lived in Mecca were like threatened by the Muslim presence. So the Muslims, they left in secret to go to Yathrib, and that was the Hijra that they went on that big migration. So they went to Yathrib, and they renamed it Medina, and the people who lived there, who lived in Medina, they accepted Islam, so he converted a lot of people. So it's just him, like, just naming the city. And then the last one. The coronation of Charlemagne. So, in 800 AD, on Christmas Day, Pope Leo III crowned Charles the Great, the emperor, and in history he's known as Charlemagne, and he was the son of Pepin the Short. When Charlemagne was crowned emperor, it insulted the emperor who lived in Constantinople, and once he was emperor, it committed him to protecting church laws and practices, and to make sure that they were enforced. And he also oversaw the appointment of church leaders and officials. And afterwards, later in life, the entanglements of church and state would later create problems. And so, yeah, those are
All right. Where did you get your information from?
the book.
We got most of it was from the book. We used a wedding website to get the vows.
Yeah,
Because we didn't want to write our own vows for our
yeah.
cartoons.
All right. Any other questions for them?
Oh, I have my. Yeah.
How long is it take you?
Well, we used all of the class times that we have, and then we would FaceTime a lot to
Yeah,
work on
work
them.
on this.
So it was just kind of getting all the characters and the backgrounds all the way we want, and there's a lot of glitches, which didn't really help out.
Yeah.
So.
Any other questions? All right. Can you stop the recording for me?
Yep.
And then you guys need to